But on top of that, for example, one issue that might unify a lot of people is the issue of state sovereignty. Because according to state sovereignty, all the other issues that we're fighting the federal government on, healthcare, abortion, I mean, you name it, all these other issues can be under that umbrella of state sovereignty. So if everybody was just vetting candidates based on what they knew or believed about state sovereignty, that would do a lot. But still, even you want to take it further than that, the only way that we're going to affect any change, and what I believe, and I'm only saying this after having gone from the activist side to the legislative side, and like what she said earlier, you can't count on the wrong person to do the right thing. So what needs to unify us is making sure that we actually change every single seat in government that needs to be changed. That's the only way to do it.
Did any of you have something else to add about that? Okay.
I'll just say that, yes, we definitely do need all of the money. It takes billions, it does. And we just, we've got to create a second tithe in our budget in order to get the right people into office. And that is exactly right. If you can't get the wrong people to do the right thing. But by the same token, I know from having been involved in Paul's campaign and some others, that boots on the ground really does equal a lot of money. And I met some of the people. He had people come from Illinois because they believed in him. And everybody did say he couldn't win. And I was at his watch party, and that turned into a victory party. And his opponent, when he called him to concede, he said, "Yeah, you cleaned my clock." And that's because of all of you people, all of activists and sincere conservatives that just got out and went on a Saturday, one Saturday afternoon, if that's all you can do. I have an elderly mom I take care of, couldn't go all that often, but we went some. And that's what it takes. You've got to hit every house, isn't that right? And I also love what Paul did when somebody, who knows who, went and tore down his biggest sign that he had out in this huge field. It was a huge, campaign sign. They tore it down, and he put up finally a sign that said, "Dude, where's my sign?" Put it on Facebook. I cracked up. So you can keep class and win these vicious fights, really. So.
Okay.
And as far as being disorganized, I don't know if it's as disorganized, but there's a lot of people doing a lot of things, so that may look like craziness sometimes, but plug into a group that's doing one thing or another, and then what Brenda said, the boots in the ground. If you work for a state representative, that's why I've stayed in it for so long, because it can get pretty discouraging if you're looking to the Republican Party to save the nation. But you find a good candidate that you can believe in and stick with them. But with the state government, because the federal government, bless you, Ann, I don't know. But I always tell people that we have more faith in turning our federal government around by doing it through the states. And you can still in Missouri, because the state representative districts are small enough that if you do have a good core of volunteers, you can win. You don't need a lot of money. I've worked in some of those campaigns in the past as well. So we have to keep the state representative districts at 163, that's another plug, because so I can continue saying that we have faith at the state level. At the Senate level, it gets a little bit tougher without money. You can still do it with volunteers, but each one of us have to find a candidate that will be involved in starting real soon.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and we can take care of those in April. Isn't that beautiful that we can take care of the municipal ones in April, and we have time to get ready for the state election. So, but we're all responsible for at least one candidate.
Okay. That's about all we had. We were. Go ahead, Cindy.
I just wanted to make a point for everybody here. Any first-term freshman representative is the most vulnerable at their re-election time. And speaking specifically of Representative Kirkland, but any of the first-termers are going to be most vulnerable. So that's something that everybody here can get involved with, is feet on the ground for any of your reps of any term, and especially people who we already know going in are going to be vulnerable like Kirkland, because the people he defeated are going to be out for him.
I'm hoping.
I'm interested in going the grassroots from the door-to-door standpoint, and collecting information, basically identifying conservatives in my entire district or whatever. I'm not running for office. But I would like to know if there's somebody that can help me with the message of what kind of information do I ask for and the approach to knocking on the door. I'd like some advice on that.
Right there.
Okay. I'll talk to you in a minute. The second thing that I would like to ask is that the elected officials, I've worked on campaigns for 20 years, please organize between yourselves and let me take 10 signs to 5 different, areas for election day, not to try to go to 20 different ones. We've got to work smarter, not harder. And so everybody's running around with these signs and they all got their own sign. If I could take 10 different candidates or 5 different candidates to my precincts, it would certainly help a great deal.
Thank you. We'll take one more. Go ahead, Kathy.
Well, just a comment, as I was listening about the school board election, et cetera, the one thing I noticed, like the last election, we had a lot of important local issues. The Monarch Fire District, the Rockwood School, we couldn't get dilly squad the people to go out and vote. So we have to make sure we get the people to go out and vote. We can do all this organizing, but somehow we need to get the folks, to get off their duff and go and vote.
Frida?
I would like to answer the question that the gentleman raised, to get involved with the grassroots. Please sign up for the MOP Missouri Precinct Project. Our goal is to walk the streets, identify conservatives, increase voter turnout, educate them about